Hey everybody, Duke Keith here from the Haskins Center, as it always is in the Battle of I-10, UTEP and New Mexico State. I come down to the wire again. Shouldn't have been this way, judging from the Miners' play. Ugly turnovers, no rebounding. New Mexico State won the Battle of the Boards 28-23, but UTEP would force the Aggies into 20 turnovers in the night compared to their 13. And the Miners, against the much larger Aggies, masterful in the paint. 30-20, they outscored New Mexico State. Down the stretch at home, the Miners found a way to get back into this one. A big bucket for John Bohannon and the foul on Chalice Nefawe. His fourth. Hits his only free throw of the game, and that puts the Miners within one. They get the ball back. John Bohannon in the blocks. The miss. Chris Washburn, one of only 5 offensive rebounds the Miners had in the game with a key one. And Nefawe with his 5th foul out of the game. The Miners sending the freshman, Chris Washburn, to the line for 2 shots. Calmly, coolly, Washburn sinks them both. And the Aggies can't make it happen in the end. The final, UTEP 55, New Mexico State 54. And Tim Floyd breathes a big sigh of relief.
For the freshman to step up and knock down those 2 free throws is huge. I don't think he's made one in practice. And I wasn't feeling just real comfortable with him up there, but we will the next time he gets up there. He did a great job.
Make no mistake, Tim Floyd knows this was an important win because up to this point, the Miners coming into the game against the Aggies at 1-4 had been brutalized.
You know, we got crushed against Clemson. We got crushed against Vandy. Real disappointed, in those games. But we needed to be back home, and we needed to learn how to win. And it would have been devastating to have lost it tonight. Just because these kids needed one and they're still figuring out who they are.
Aggies coach Marvin Menzies gracious in defeat, although he had a few issues with the officiating down the stretch. He says, though, that happens when you're away from home, and there's that whole turnover thing.
I mean, what are you going to do, send in the film? I mean, those guys are good officials. They just, they don't walk into these arenas saying, well, we're going to give UTEP an edge. We're going to give, I believe they missed some tonight, but we turned the ball over 20 times. You can't turn the ball over 20 times and expect to win a game on the road.
Oddly, the Battle of I-10 Part 2 won't be until February, when both of these teams are well into conference play. Marvin Menzies believes they'll be very different teams by then, too.
They'll be a lot more mature. I think we will as well. We're young, too. We talk about their youth, but for the most part, we're pretty young as well.
But it was the Miners winning this round of the Battle of I-10. It was hard fought. It was ugly. But it was 55-54 UTEP. From the Don, I'm Duke Keith. That will do.